I think one of the most amazing things about being in here is people are so open to being talked to about God. You know, whether they believe or not. You know, quite often people come in troubled, and you know, you'll say, "Can I pray for you?" And they're like, "Yes, please." You know, whether they believe or not, they still, you know, would like to be prayed for. And from that, you know, comes conversations about God and Jesus, and then, you know, through here, people come into the service on Sundays, find it's nothing like they thought it was going to be. You know, it's feel very welcomed and make friends, and then they get baptised, which is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
6 years ago, I was a year clean off drugs. So I was a drug addict for all my adult life. So I was really lost, as a lot of the guys are that come in addicted at the moment. What we do, with the church being open for people to come in, when I came in here I was a mess, you know, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I hadn't worked for years because I was a heroin addict, so it kind of doesn't really go together, like full-time employment and drug addiction. It's just not really. So then I started volunteering 1 day a week, and then I was kitchen leading, and then I was asked to oversee, and then eventually there was funding for the job. So that's the thing that gets me really passionate, is that I can sit with the customers and go, this is what God does. You know, he can do this. Not only can he turn your life around, but you can be healed from all the stuff that's gone on, you know, and not just people that are addicted to drugs or alcohol. But, you know, people struggle with mental health. I've struggled with mental health because it kind of comes along with using drugs all your life. And had some other not very nice experiences. But yeah, I can sit with them and go, actually, God can work this out in your life. You know, what I know now is that nothing's wasted. All the years that have been destroyed through drug addiction, my life isn't anything like it was. I'm nothing like I was. I'm still me, but a whole happy, you know, version of me. Free version of me. Yeah, it's amazing. This church is so welcoming and non-judgmental. You know, we like to give people time and just love them and care for them, and, you know, we don't care. I think just talking about Jesus and baptisms, and this is how God can transform your life, or, you know, do you realise you can be healed? Do you realise you can be set free? You know, do you realise you don't have to walk in darkness anymore? You know, those conversations when I pray with people and they give their lives, you know, that makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Yeah. And the people that come in here that really aren't interested in God, and then, you know, 6 months later they're coming to church, and 6 months after that they may be wanting to get baptised. You know, you see people sat around the living room and they're picking up the Bibles, sat there having a read. My message would be just to take risks with God. Just be uncomfortable. I've had to be uncomfortable loads. In everything new that God's called me to do, I'm uncomfortable. And I've had to just step into it. And then God does amazing things. I think if God's calling you to do something, you just can't ignore that, can you? Well, you could. I haven't been able to. It's just not worth it. Because as we step out in faith with him, we grow in him. And I think we start to become the people we're meant to be.